The phrase WRC is for boys, Group B is for men, popularized by Jua Cancun, is well known to all Group B rally enthusiasts. This was inaccurate, but not because it compared Group B to the WRC class. Rather, it was untrue because the Black Volcano herself, Michèle Mouton, was the best female driver the sport has ever seen. Michèle, also known as the First Lady of Rallying, finished only 12 points behind Walter Rohrer in the 1982 WRC Drivers' Championship, making her the closest ever female competitor when Mouton won the German Rally Championship in 1986. She became the first woman to do it in the history of the sport. On June 23, 1951, Michèle Mouton was born in Grasse, a town on the French Riviera, noted for its perfume businesses and close to the famed mountain stages used in French rallies. Mouton started driving her father's Citroën 2CV when she was 14 years old. It wasn't until her friend Jean Tybee asked her to participate the Tour de Corse with him in 1972 that she then became interested in rallying. Later in the inaugural race of the newly founded World Rally Championship, the 1973 Monte Carlo Rally, Mouton co-drove for him. After participating in a few more rallies as a co-driver, Mouton's father advised her to switch to driving if she wanted to pursue a career in the sport. He also made her a vow to buy her a car and give her a year to establish her abilities. Thus, Michèle made her racing debut in the 1974 Citroën Féminine Paris Saint-Raphael in a Renault Alpine A110 front, the strongest rally car France had to offer at the time. Mouton finished 12th in the Tour de Corse to make her driver debut in the World Rally Championship. Mouton was crowned the year's overall female champion in both France and Europe. When she returned to the Tour de Corse the following year, she finished 7th. In addition to successfully defending her female championships, Michèle raced in circuit racing, winning the 2-liter prototype class at the 1975 24 Hours of Le Mans. For the 1977 season, Mouton decided to make her first attempt at the European Rally Championship by trading her A310 for a Porsche 911 Carrera RS. In the same vehicle, Michèle would record her first ever rally victory at the Race Rally de España. She would also come second in 3 further rallies, placing her in second place overall in the ERC behind Bernard Darniche. Audi Sport, the brand new factory team for Audi, contacted Mouton in 1980 and signed her for a testing and a potential 1981 WRC schedule. Audi's call was a tremendous shock, according to Mouton. She was nominated by Audi instead of well-known male competitors, which generated a lot of media attention for the German team. Although it had not yet received FIA homologation, the Audi Quattro was the first rally car to incorporate both a turbocharger and 4-wheel drive.
If I have some emotion, of course it's the noise of the Quattro. I mean, nobody can forget the noise. Even today, I think we miss this kind of noise.
In Monte Carlo, Mouton's first competitive run in the Quattro ended before it got going. She pulled out of the race before it began because of what appeared to have been engine issues. Later, the team determined that debris had entered the fuel system. She began her long-standing rapport with Italian co-driver Fabrizio Pons at the Portugal Rally. In a WRC competition, Michèle finished 4th and won 7 stages. At the Rally San Remo in Italy, Mouton grabbed the lead when local hero Michele Sinotto wrecked on the mixed surface with tarmac and gravel, and held off Henri Tovanen and Ari Vatanen to win. This was the first time a female rally driver had won in a WRC competition. Male competitors of Mouton were rendered speechless. Along with her regular co-driver Fabrizio Pons, Mouton made her debut in the Pikes Peak International Hill Climb in the United States outside of the WRC.
And then, what most of the spectators came to see. Michèle Mouton came to the start line, pushed by the entire Audi team. Because of a fine earlier in the week, she could not drive the Audi Quattro to the line. But when the flag dropped, the lady from France drove like no one before her.
She finished in second position overall after leaving behind 5 specialized V8 single-seaters that had previously dominated the race until the introduction of the Quattro at the peak.
wanted an overall win at Pikes Peak.
She won the open rally category, now known as Unlimited, in record time. Despite having a disappointing rally season in 1985, Mouton returned to the Pikes Peak International Hill Climb and won the overall competition in her Sport Quattro S1. She beat Al Unser Jr.'s record from 1982 by roughly 13 seconds despite the slick conditions brought on by hail. Michèle became wary of her male competitors as a result. When Bobby Unser reportedly expressed his disappointment loudly, Mouton responded, "If you have the balls, you can try to race me back down as well." For the upcoming season in the German Rally Championship as well as her two local WRC events, Mouton terminated her contract with Audi in late 1985. The German media promptly dubbed Michèle Mouton the Black Volcano because of her furious demeanor and long black hair. In the 1986 German Championship, she first took place in 6 of the 8 events, including the Rally Deutschland. Despite the fact that the Hessen Rally was interrupted following Mark Sewer's fatal accident, which also claimed the life of his co-driver, Michael Weider, Mouton was named the event's victor. After collecting her 5th victory of the year, she won the 7th and penultimate round to claim the German National Championship, becoming the first woman to win a major championship in rallying. Michèle Mouton announced her retirement from racing in October, 2 weeks after winning the German Rally Championship. She claimed that it was a good time to stop and cited the end of the Group B era as the cause. Later that month, Mouton completed her career by winning the Three Cities Rally, the final competition of the German Championship. Mouton attributed her success to her father Pierre's encouragement. He liked driving. He loved driving. He loved fast cars. And I think he would have loved to do what I did. He was a prisoner of war for 5 years, and when he came back, he never had the opportunity to compete. But he came to all the rallies I did, and my mother came too. In honor of Henri Toivonen and to mark the 10th anniversary of the World Rally Championship, Mouton and Friedrich Johnson co-founded the international racing competition Race of Champions in 1988. The event primarily featured the best rally drivers in the world, but gradually added stars from other sports, including Formula 1, NASCAR, Le Mans, and MotoGP, who competed against one another in identical vehicles. Mouton was elected as the FIA's Women in Motorsport Commission's first president in 2010. For many years, people asked me why there have been no women following in my footsteps. I really hope the commission can help answer that question and that we can attract and support women in all areas of our sport. Mouton was chosen to lead a working group on the future of rallying before being named the FIA's World Rally Championship Manager in 2011. Then in 2012, Mouton and two-time world champion Carlos Sainz were enshrined in the Hall of Fame. And that's what makes Michèle Mouton the Queen of Rally.
I need to drive. It's something I cannot explain, really. It's just the pleasure to move the car, to feel the speed and to go, to kind of freedom, I think so.